Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our next storyteller, Michael Gleason.
Hey, everybody's me again. All right, well, I used to live in New York City. And I used to live on 158th Street in Washington Heights, which 10 years ago wasn't a great neighborhood, but also not that bad of a neighborhood. It was mostly Dominican neighborhood, a lot of Dominican families. That's where I learned that if you go into McDonald's and someone says "algo más" after your order, they're just asking you if you want anything else, which is like the beginning of my lessons in Spanish. I lived there for quite a while, and at one point I ended up unemployed. And I ended up unemployed at the exact same time that my roommate ended up unemployed, which is a really great thing and a really bad thing at the same time, because you have somebody to hang out with, but you also have someone to hang out with. That means you're not really looking for work. And when you're unemployed, you don't do much. I mean, I remember like if we went to the post office that day, that was what we did that day. Because it's the way it is. So one day, the thing that we did was take a trip. And by a trip, I mean we walked maybe 13 blocks down to 145th Street in Harlem to a Blimpie / Carvel / Taco Bell / Pizza Hut. It was all one place, I'm serious. You go in, there's one little corner place that's probably still there, and it's one counter with the same person working every counter. Although you did have to walk up to the counter that you wanted to go up to. It's really weird. And like this, for us, when we had no money, was splurging. So I think I ordered something from Pizza Hut, probably the breadsticks. I don't think I could afford the personal pan pizza. I think I was just getting breadsticks and like a Sprite, because that expands in your stomach and then you're good to go. And my friend went over to Blimpie. And all I ever remember about Blimpie is that their napkins, has anyone ever eaten at a Blimpie? It's the worst. All their napkins have, for franchise opportunities, call this number written on the napkins, which I always thought was really weird, because I figured if you had enough money to buy a Blimpie's, you probably weren't buying a sandwich at Blimpie's. Because like, you should be able to afford a $5 footlong or something at Subway. So, the thing that happened there was my friend ordered a sandwich. When he ordered a sandwich, they didn't have mustard. This really bugged him, and it kind of made me laugh. And I remember him saying, "What kind of sandwich place doesn't have mustard? This place is so ghetto." Now, people use the term ghetto, if you're not familiar, as like sort of a derogatory term to mean this place is sort of cheap or classless or low rent. And it was at this point that I had to point out to him, you might want to look outside. We're on 145th Street of Harlem. Not that it might be a fine neighborhood now, but back then it was not. But we are in the ghetto. That's why this place is so ghetto. So we went home with nothing on a sandwich and my breadsticks. And that was us being broke.